Have you ever been playing a game where music is playing and suddenly the character takes their earbuds out and you hear the same music just through their earbuds? This is an example of diegetic music. Diegetic means sound in a movie, television program, etc., occurring within the context of the story and able to be heard by the characters. This isn't a new concept at all, but it highlights something very interesting in modern media that I mention a lot. The term refers to diegesis, a style of storytelling. In 1987, Claudia Gorbman helped coin the term. What we would view as regular music in layman's terms is called incidental music or underscoring. You can also be a big boring baby and call it non-diegetic music. Often media without music is deemed unsettling, so having something is essential to help the audience know how to feel about a particular moment of your movie or game. Unless it's the 90s, so help me God, how many pop culture songs do I have to sit through and transition? Please help. Anyway, the idea of music and media is to help the audience feel more immersed in an experience. You never know how much you need it until it's gone. But what if you could take it one step further? That is the aim of diegetic music. Because we aren't listening to disembodied music because some movie or game told us to, we are more likely to be invested and immersed in the experience if done well. I've been playing a game recently. Shush. It's called Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm-based platformer that came out in January of this year. It's unlike any rhythm game I think I've ever experienced. Not to say that it has never been done before, but still. The premise is about Chai, a 25-year-old man with a disabled right arm and a dream to become a rock star. He arrives at a place called Vandalay Technologies. You know, like the one in Seinfeld? The latex one?
I was at the unemployment office, and I told them I was very close to getting a job with Vandalay Industries, and I gave them your phone number. So now, when the phone rings, you have to answer, Vandalay Industries.
I'm Vandalay Industries?
Right.
What is that?
You're in latex. Latex, right.
Anyway, he goes there to volunteer for Project Armstrong, a test program for cybernetic limb replacement. Unbeknownst to Chai, the CEO, Cale Vandalay, of Vandalay Industries,
Vandalay Industries. Kel Varnson speaking.
Coincidence? I think not!
secretly designates Chai to be a garbage collector for the company's waste management. As Chai's limb replacement process is about to begin, Cale throws away Chai's music player, which accidentally falls into Chai's chest and embeds it during the process, causing Chai to feel a musical connection with his surroundings. As a result of the accident caused by Cale's carelessness, Chai is labeled a defect, and the facility's robotic security forces pursue him, and antics ensue. The thing that makes the music unique is how it is in sync with everything around you. Trees bounce, pipes pump, electronic equipment synchronizes with Chai's MP3 heart. It translates into gameplay too. Everything you fight in the game has a timing-based attack structure that is also uncontrollably being enforced by Chai's music. It's a very interesting take on a rhythm action game. Initially, I thought it would be interesting to compose for this game, but it's way more in-depth than anything I'm willing to do for the series. So, instead, I thought it would be a good idea to use Hi-Fi Rush as a catalyst to talk about diegetic music in video games particularly, and how it can work to enhance the experience people get from them. Professor Lesser made a great video about the subject and mentioned some great uses of diegetic music in video games. Red Dead Redemption, Mario Odyssey, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, just to name a few games he's mentioned. But there are so many more. Zelda must be the most prominent game series to incorporate diegetic music. Nearly every version of Link has some kind of musical instrument that you control time or space or dimensions or a wall. I don't know. I don't get it either, but that's not the point. Zelda utilizes instruments and music to affect the world around it by making Link play the instrument. And sometimes the creative freedom of those instruments leads to people creating some pretty interesting things. Hey everybody, in this section of the video I had planned to showcase Big Fat Frown's video where they were playing Africa on the 3DS. However, I can't do that because the content ID claim, it was copyright claimed, essentially. But it was copyright claimed by Concord Music Publishing, Spirit Music Publishing, on behalf of Travis Atreo. Okay, I tried reaching out to Travis Atreo, it didn't work, as far as I'm aware. Maybe it'll be resolved later on, and I can use that portion. I don't know. I'll just link it in the corner, and we'll go from there because it's fine. It's very cool. Please check it out. But we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Enjoy. One of the absolute biggest contenders for diegetic music, in my humble opinion, just so happens to be one of my favorite franchises ever made. Splatoon. Splatoon has the most inconceivably comprehensive lore to pretty much anything that exists in the series. Seriously, it's enough to make Vadividya's head spin. But one of the most interesting things to me are the in-universe bands and idols that made the music for the game. Of course, there are real people and minds behind those pieces of music as well, but the game makes it a point to make everything music-related exist in the world itself. Yes, even the story missions. There are literally so many bands, but I'm going to go over my favorites really quick. Chirpy Chips, surprise surprise, a chip fusion band that uses chiptune infused rock to hype up Turf Wars. Every band member is listed as having individual tastes and mannerisms when it comes to their songwriting and personality for all of these bands, by the way. I won't go into that stuff for this video, but maybe in the future. Also, yes, that is the shopkeeper from Splatoon 3. She was the lead singer and synth player for the band. Mizuta Ahato, better known by her pseudonym Deadfish, with a 1 in it, super cool, is a producer whose songs appear in the Octo expansion in Splatoon 2. Once a normal Octoling, she entered the Deep Sea Metro's underground test facility and became sanitized, losing her free will. She's made some of the chillest beats I've ever heard. To be fair, I'm not sure if she made the music before or after she was sanitized, but who knows, it's a whole thing to get into. But we're gonna move on from that because there's a deadly slope to go down. Omega 3 is the next one. Yes, you are looking at this correctly. The fucking salmonid from Salmon Run are out there in the ocean playing some shit while you're just like trying to survive for your life. To quote the wiki here, okay, we're just gonna go full in. Omega 3's music, which plays in Salmon Run, are experimental war marches that consist of cello, timpani, and synthesizers, sound effects, and other percussion instruments made by the DJ. Their music is usually very frantic, relating to the chaotic nature brought upon by Salmon Run. Their songs also have quite fast tempos, which change regularly. They also use a variety of time signatures and rarely use common time or 4/4 for you less inclined, which helps to add to the confusion and disorientation. Each instrument usually has a solo in each piece, where it is singled out and plays a virtuous piece of music. Strange sound effects are usually thrown into some pieces, emphasizing the strange nature of Salmon Run. Like, what? This has no right to be as interesting as it is, but that is the beauty of diegetic music. It allows an opportunity for the players to engage deeper into a game than they ever could with an underscore. It's small, but it's just something that is a little more special. I enjoy being immersed in a game. It helps me break free of the binding nature of life. obligations, bills, deadlines. It's a release. Music is a major player when it comes to providing that escape, but there's another aspect to it. One that I don't think a lot of people talk about. Inspiration. Good art inspires us to challenge our own concepts and put them to the test for ourselves. Getting back to Hi-Fi Rush, there's an astounding amount of care put into this game, and it's music that inspires me to speak up about how important this underappreciated art of adding music into our games is more than just making a sick beat. It creates a tether from the player to the game, reinforcing good feelings and gently moving us through the hard ones and potentially traumatic ones, and opening our understanding of its world and our own. Next time you notice diegetic music in your media, don't forget how much thought and care went into making that experience tied to you. Hey again, thanks so much for watching the video, and I apologize if this video is kind of a mess. It's my first time talking about a deeper subject matter like this on YouTube. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, and maybe you can give me some more examples of diegesis you can think of. If you want to help support me, there's a bunch of links in the description, so check them out. Alright, I promise I'm done shilling out. Have a good one. Later.